Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be discussing some Ninjago Dragons Rising news brought to us by Ninjago writer Glenn Lacken over on Blue Sky. And this is continuing with our series of, I guess, Source Dragon elements coverage, I guess you could say, because Glenn Lacken, leading up to Dragons Rising Season 3 Part 2 releasing officially on September 4th, will be dropping all of the Source Dragon's elemental powers, or again, what elemental powers belong to what Source Dragon, every day leading up to September 4th. One Source Dragon per day. Yesterday we talked about the Motion Source Dragon. Check out that video if you have not seen it. I will link it down below. Today though, Day 2, we have Flow, the Flow Source Dragon, and all of the elemental powers belonging to, again, the Flow Source Dragon. Flow is the rebellion against stillness, a refusal to be static, ever-changing, ever-adaptable, and again, watch Dragons Rising Season 3 Part 2 on September 4th. I have not seen this post just yet. I'm going into this completely blind. The only one that I know for sure is water, obviously, and I think time was also confirmed a while back too, so maybe we will see that one in here. But again, Flow Source Dragon. Tomorrow it'll be a different Source Dragon, but for right now, let's talk about Flow. So first things first, of the 5 elemental powers that we know belong to Flow, the first one is obviously water, as if the symbol did not make that obvious enough. Now again, I know Doc Wyatt said before that water was of the Motion Source Dragon. That was incorrect. He misspoke there. He meant to say the Flow Source Dragon. That is double confirmed here by Glenn Lacken. Water, 1 of 5. The rush of a river or spread of a puddle, water is dynamic and adaptable, able to change its shape to fit any vessel. Yeah, so water being an elemental power of the Flow Dragon just makes so much sense there. Again, not only with the idea of the flow symbol literally looking like water, but just because water flowing is a very common thing. So water being, again, 1 of 5, being the main Source Dragon of flow power, not surprising. Moving on, yep, there's time. 2 of 5 is time. Like sand through the hourglass, the flow of time is constant. Yeah, this is one of the other ones that I think was already confirmed, again, a while ago. Makes sense there, given, again, time flows through everything, and as we saw in Season 7, time is very much, flowing through a lot of the characters in that season. I will say, I know a lot of people were expecting balance to be the actual source of the time power, but I think it makes sense for the Flow Dragon, just given what is said here and what we've talked about in prior videos. Next up here, 3 of 5. This is all new territory to me. What do we have here? Wind, 3 of 5. Yep, that makes so much sense. Wind being a part of the Flow Source Dragon. Whether twisting a leaf or migrating a storm, wind whips about the air, unpredictable and unending. Yeah, definitely makes a lot of sense there, I will say, for wind to be of the Flow Source Dragon. It kind of works in the same sense as water. You know, you can see Euphrasia using her power here too. It kind of works like that. So I do wonder, again, if, there's some kind of connection maybe between Nia and Euphrasia. Would totally not mind seeing Nia be Euphrasia's teacher at some point, considering their powers do come from the same source. Again, wind makes a ton of sense. Next up here, 4 of 5, we have smoke. Yep, kind of figured that too. Smoke rises and spreads, hard to control, harder to contain. Yep, that was a personal theory that I had too. I know a lot of other people predicted that as well. The idea of smoke being a part of the Flow Source Dragon just kind of fits in line with wind and water. And finally, 5 of 5, we have form. Form is of the Flow Dragon. A body in flux, even your idea of self refuses to be static, be anyone from moment to moment. Yeah, that checks out. I can totally see that being the case too. Form being of the Flow Source Dragon checks out. I'm not sure what other elemental power it would belong to. Again, that just makes a lot of sense. Camille, her power. What else do we have here? Special shout out to the MVP of Flow, Nia, Queen of Adaptability and Change. Very true. We've seen Nia come a long way since the early days of Ninjago. Just look at how far she's come. But with that being said, everyone, that's going to pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here on all of the Flow elemental powers. Not so much any surprises here, I will say, especially compared to Motion yesterday. Again, check out that video if you've not yet seen it. And again, tomorrow, it's going to be a different Source Dragon. Not sure what it'll be. But with Flow, not a lot of surprises here, pretty much a lot of what we expected. Maybe the most surprising one would be Form, just because I feel like that one you could totally say could come from the Energy Source Dragon or even Strength. Regardless, Form is of the Flow, and that's going to pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here. Again, not sure what Source Dragon it's going to be tomorrow. I was not expecting Flow for today. I thought for sure it was going to be Energy today. Maybe that'll be tomorrow instead. In the meantime, though, everyone, leave all of your thoughts down below in the comments. What exactly do you think about all of the elemental powers belonging to the Flow Source Dragon as confirmed by Ninjago writer Glenn Lacken over on Blue Sky? Are there any surprises here? Are there any powers that you think should be a part of Flow but are not? Leave all of your thoughts down below, and thank you so much for tuning in. That'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here. If you guys enjoyed, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.